This is going to be a brief overview of video game design. This is going to be a high school technology elective next year. It's going to be a really exciting introduction into the world of game design, coding, graphic design, 3D modeling. There's a bunch of different stuff involved in it, so it's great for a lot of different people. So first thing I want to cover is who should take video game design. So video game design is open to all students with a passion for game design or all students with a passion for computer science or 3D modeling, design. You don't need any experience. There are skills in here that are hugely transferable to many different industries. Video game design is a huge undertaking, but it's a great experience and it teaches you so much. So there's a few groups of people who I've pointed out here who may want to take video game design. So if you have interest in art or graphic design, the class utilizes industry standard software. We use Adobe Suite, so we use a lot of that to design 2D games. We also use 3D modeling software like Blender, which is a 3D modeling software. So that's used heavily in art and graphic design all the time. If you have interest in computer science and programming, we use a programming language called C#, which is similar to many other programming languages. Once you learn one programming language, it's easier to learn another. So this class is a great gateway to taking AP Computer Science Principles, or if you've already taken AP Computer Science Principles, this class is a great class to take after because you can build on what you've learned. This class, if you have interest in science and math, this class is applied math and physics. So in our games here, we're not doing equations and solving variables and things like that. We're actually applying mathematic concepts. We're using variables in a way that makes sense for video game design and like real world usage. Same thing for physics. We're using different physics tools to simulate, things like gravity and things like that. So you'll see how that's applied to a real world setting, which is exciting. If you have interest in design or 3D modeling, this class 3D models using Blender, which is very similar to every other 3D design program such as 3ds Max, Maya, Houdini. 3D modeling is also used in engineering heavily, so these skills transfer over to many different domains. And finally, anybody interested in STEM, if you're a complete beginner, this class is still for you. It's applicable to almost any STEM major that you might go for in college. There's a lot of overlapping skill sets in programming, product design, physics, math, graphic design, problem solving. I mean, it's all extremely useful. If you just want to do this for a hobby, this class is for you. We would love to have people with a range of abilities because that's really exciting and makes the class much more interesting. We are going to be using Unity Engine, which is a industry standard engine. It's what professionals use. All of the games you can see, which some of them you may know, have been made in the Unity Engine. There's no difference between what they're using and what we are using. The Unity Engine is free, so you can download it at home and work. You can hold on to it forever. So it's really exciting to be able to work on something where people who are in the industry actually work on the same thing as you. So the sky is the limit with your games. You kind of get the building blocks and then you can take them wherever it may lead you. So topics of study, you can see here a couple of things going on. So in the left, we have some coding. In the right and the bottom left, that is work on the Unity engine. So there's a couple of things happening. There's a game being previewed up here. There's some work that I've been doing in Unity for a 2D game down here. Here is some 3D modeling in Blender, which is a 3D modeling software. So we're going to make 2D and 3D games. So we will be doing a bunch of different activities in this class all the time, which is really exciting. So we study a bunch of stuff. And then in addition, when we're doing 2D work, we will be using Photoshop and Illustrator for graphic design purposes to design 2D assets for our game. I would love to speak to anybody that has questions. This is my email. And again, I can't stress this enough. I would love to have people with a wide range of abilities in this class. I would love to have people that are enthusiasts, people that are just doing it for a hobby, people with no experience, people who are really good at math, people who are just all different ranges, because we can create something really exciting together. So please consider game design next year as an elective.